So there's a term out there. You're going to start hearing more and more about it. The term is the powers that were, as opposed to the powers that be. Yes, the powers that were. That's becoming slowly more and more common. The powers that were. Now, people who use that terminology, I have not engaged with these people who make these comments about the powers that were. So I'm going on an assumption here. My intuition tells me that a lot of people who use the powers that were are referring to the weakening of the elite, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, right? But I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are using that term are feeling like that they've lost all control. Now, that's not true because you could go in many countries in this planet, you could go outside and pick up a plant that's growing in the ground, and not even rip it out of the ground, like a plant that like was already like knocked over and pull it out of the ground. You pick up these leaves from the ground, a plant that was growing. You pick it up and you walk around, and then you get put in a cage. Yeah, you go to freaking jail for holding the wrong kind of plant. Drugs. So yes. So yeah, the police and there's yeah, the system's still in place. It's dying and it's going away and it gets weaker all the time. But it's still in place. The powers that were, I'm going to give you right now some insight into my perception of the powers that were. And I like that term and it's valid. I think it's valid. But when I'm talking about power, the powers that were, the top of the top of the top, the elite, the cabal, handlers, blah, 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 all these names, right? Illuminati. The powers that were, why are they the powers that were? They've lost some of their most profound abilities, ways to manipulate, ways to enhance, ways to fuck with us. Sorry. What am I talking about? Until recently, they were able to stretch the timeline out, to manipulate the timelines. So that, let's say, hypothetically speaking, there was a rainbow energy cloud that way bigger than the Earth that was going to come and cause a mass human awakening. Let's say something like that was coming down the pike. Let's say the event and the rainbow cloud that's being described in all these QHHC sessions and channeled other channelers. Let's say it was coming and the bad guys, so to speak, were able to push it back, 3 months, 6 months, a year, another year. Like they were able to push it back and push it back, pull the timeline, pull the time like a rubber band. But eventually the rubber band gets too thin and you can't pull it forever. Well, a combination of you can't pull the rubber band any further and the energy got too positive on the Earth, they can't do that anymore. So if there is a catalyst event wave that everyone's going to see coming, then yeah, it's coming and they can't stop it anymore. So yes, the powers that were, because they can no longer manipulate the timelines. So yeah, just kind of let that saturate for a little bit and we'll talk about it. I love you.